This is Ben's last call, where secrets are only spoken once the night grows deep, when the city is asleep and the buried begin to whisper again. Tonight, I got a call from San Diego. A young woman working the night shift as a receptionist at an old hotel near the city center. She witnessed something that, even for someone like me, who's heard it all, still made my skin crawl. This wasn't just another weird thing. It's not something you forget after a night's rest. You're listening to Ben's Last Call, and this is the story of room 130 on the 13th floor at the Mirador Hotel, San Diego. The Mirador Hotel Incidentium 27, and I work the night shift at an old hotel called the Mirador, right in the heart of San Diego. The building was built in 1928 red brick, wooden elevator, Renaissance style, high ceilings. People say it has history, but to me, it just feels cold, especially at 2 a.m., when the whole building is pitch black and your own footsteps echo like someone's following close behind. That night started out normal. A light rain tapped against the window, wind sweeping through the hallway, making the lights flicker. I was checking the guest book when the front desk phone rang. Once, then twice, I picked up. Mirador Hotel front desk. How can I help you? A man's voice, low, hoarse, like someone with a bad cold. Is anyone staying on the 13th floor tonight? I glanced through the reservation log. The 13th floor. No, sir. No one's booked to stay on that floor. Silence. Then, a soft breath over the line. I saw someone in the first room. They've been standing there, but something's wrong. I remembered room 130, permanently locked years ago due to a plumbing failure. No one should be there. No way. A chill ran through me. I asked quickly, "Sorry, what did you say? Are you sure you're not mistaken? There's someone there, standing at the window. They've been there a long time, not moving." His voice trembled. I swallowed. "Where are you right now, sir?" A pause. Then he replied, "The building across. I'm the night guard for the office next door." I looked out the window. The building next door was dark, except for one lit window on the 5th floor. And there was a figure, faint, still, just staring. I hung up, tried calling. Maintenance, no answer. Tried calling the manager, also nothing. I had no choice. Grabbed my flashlight and stepped into the elevator. As the doors closed, the lights flickered and went out for a second. I stood there in the dark, my heartbeat pounding in my ears. Most hotels avoid labeling a floor as 13 out of superstition. Not this one. Guess the owner didn't believe in that sort of thing. The elevator dinged. The doors creaked open slowly. No sound. No hallway lights. I stepped out. My flashlight swept across peeling walls and a worn-out carpet. The smell hit. Me mold and something else. Something like metal. I stopped in front of room 130. The lock was rusted, untouched. I placed my hand on the doorknob. The cold bit straight to my bones, Dot. I hesitated, was about to open it, but something told me not to. So instead, I knocked. Dot, no answer. I pulled out the master key from my jacket pocket. The door groaned open with a haunting creak. I shined my light inside. Empty. Dust lay thick across every surface. Tattered curtains barely hanging on. Cracked walls. Warped wooden floors. Still, I stepped in. Each step creaked underfoot. I turned the light toward the window. No one there. But the fog on the glass held a mark. A handprint. With fingers far too long. I stumbled back, heart racing. And then I heard it. The door clicked shut. I spun around, grabbed the handle, pulled nothing. It wouldn't budge. Behind me, the curtain moved. No wind. No window open. I turned around. Something was standing behind it. A shape. Taller than any person should be. Not moving, but I felt it. Watching me. I backed up to the door, hand shaking, pounding against it. Hello? Someone? I'm trapped in room 130. No response. But then I heard knocking, rhythmic, coming from inside the wall. I turned my flashlight to the corner of the room. On the wall, written in something dry and reddish-brown like, "Old blood" were the words. Not alone, I screamed. Beat on the door until my hand bled. Finally, a soft click. The door opened. I bolted down the hall, slammed the elevator button over and over. As the doors began to close, I glanced back. Room 130's door still hung open. No figure, nothing, just the sound of soft breathing. I returned to the front desk, still shaking. I called security, told him everything. He went quiet, then asked, "Room 130? I nodded. He walked to the old filing cabinet, pulled out a thin folder. Inside papers dated 2002. Handwritten notes. Room 130. Guest deceased from fall. Suspected suicide. Cause unknown. This was never added to the new system, he whispered. The last owner covered it up. I froze, taped to the file was a black and white photo. A young man, face faint, blurred, but unmistakably the same as the figure in that room. I didn't sleep that night, nor any night after. A week later, I quit. The memory just wouldn't leave me. But before I left, the new night receptionist whispered to me, "Someone called yesterday. Asked about room 130. I turned back, voice shaking. "What did he say?" She murmured, "I'm looking through the window, and she's looking back at me." I ran. I left the Mirador Hotel, never turned back. But last night, I dreamed I was standing inside room 130 again. The dust, the torn curtains, the handprint on the glass, and that knocking you just heard. A call sent to Ben's last call. And if you've ever worked the night shift, remember this: some doors are meant to stay locked. Never open them out of curiosity. And one more thing. If a hotel has a 13th floor, don't book a room on it.